What's up, everybody? Jake from StratGeeks coming at you. Just want to talk about the auto trail feature and the break even feature. If you wanted to set that up manually for each trading day, then you can. It does not lend itself to accurate results in our backtest process. Therefore, I do not use these settings in the templates because it just something about NinjaTrader and moving the stop losses on auto trails and break evens does not lend itself to accuracy. But if you wanted to do something like this live, then absolutely go for it. So here's our opening range. Here's the high of the opening range. Here's the low of the opening range. Our full opening range on this particular day, 503 ticks. So I almost had it. 503. Whatever, you get the point. 503 ticks, and then one standard deviation or one range level is about 120 ticks. So this particular template has a target set up of 201% of a deviation. So that's 2 deviations basically. So 250 something ticks. Now if we take this ruler down here to this first winner that we had, and we measure that, that's going to be about 250. Okay, so say we wanted to do some break-even stuff here. Say we wanted to move our stop loss. Our stop's initially going to be placed back here, 200% away. It's a 1-to-1 risk-reward. So there's our stop loss. Here's our target, full target. One-to-one risk reward. But say we wanted to move our stop loss at once we got to 166% on the way to 201%, which is our target is automatically placed there. We want to move our stop loss to secure 1 deviation once we get to 166%. So as soon as the price goes from our entry to here, we want our stop loss to move from back there to secure the 100%. So now if the price comes back, we've at least secured 1 deviation of approximately 130 ticks. Okay, so how would we do that? We would go into our strategy settings, click disable and apply. Let me show you where the setting is, and then we'll come back to something else here. Scroll all the way down, and we can tell it for break even after percent of deviation 166. Okay, hold that thought. We got to know how, once we get to 166 ticks, yeah, our stop's going to get moved to break even. Here's our stop. Was here. Be easier to see this way. So our initial stop was placed back here. Just like this. Then our price gets to 166% on the way to target. Then our stop gets moved to break even automatically. But well, what if we wanted it to move to, like I said, the 100% level? Well, we have to measure before we start trading. We got plenty of time to do this. We just have to measure what 1 deviation level is, and we already did that. It's 128. So all we do is come back in to our strategy, scroll all the way down, after percent of deviation, 166. Yep. Break even after ticks. This doesn't matter because we're using percent of SD. So this would only matter if we're using after X ticks, but we're using percent of SD. Break even offset ticks. Here's the magic number here. So at 166%, we not just move to break even, we move to secure one deviation, and that is 128 ticks on this particular day. That's how you do it. Just like that. Pretty simple, really. Yeah, I don't think I need to really explain any more about the break even. And then for the auto trail, you would just set this up like a typical ATM. But this is all done in ticks. So in ticks for an auto trail, you could literally have both of these going at the same time. So you could say as soon as you get to maybe, oh, okay, let's try that. So we got the auto break even set up to as soon as we get to 166% of the way to target. So at 210 ticks, we're going to secure a profit target of one deviation, which is 127 ticks. Okay, so what if we also wanted an auto trail in there? And we wanted the auto trail to kick in as soon as we get past 166 ticks. So that would be 211 ticks. Call it 212. 212 ticks. So just a couple ticks past the 166% mark. And then we want our stop to move right to where the 166 was, and then trail like this all the way until we hit target, and we either hit target or stop. And we want to trail it by 5 ticks. It's kind of complicated, but this is how you do it. I don't use auto trails, but you know, you absolutely can. Now, anytime you're using an auto trail, you run the risk of the price moving so fast back past where the auto trail was placed that you might get an error message that pops up saying you can't place the stop past where the price action is. So you got to let it trail, you know, a reasonable amount behind. So we can go to strategies, and for the auto trail portion of this, we would set it up like so. So we have our target here, 200%. There it is. Our stop of 200%, 201, 200, 200. Our break even is checked after 166% of one deviation. We're going to move our stop to secure one deviation, which is 128 ticks. Now, we also want it to trail. So we'll tell it to trail, and we want it to start at 212 ticks. Actually, we'd have to have it starting at 215 ticks probably to make it more reasonable. 215 ticks, and we want it to trail by 5 ticks. So what that would look like is as soon as we get to 215, this is really tight. I wouldn't even recommend doing it this tight, but this is what somebody asked for, and I think this is what they asked for. So as soon as the price gets to there, I guess it wouldn't be. Yeah, that'd be pretty tight. So as soon as the price gets to here, our stop is automatically moved to break even. As soon as it gets a little bit past 166%, then our stop loss is going to get moved right about here. As the price continues down towards target, our stop is going to be moved 5 ticks behind it all the way till either it hits target here or it comes back and hits our stop. All right, I think that does it. Play around with it, think about it, rewatch the video. Hopefully that explains it good enough. Yep, Jake, StratGeeks, signing out.